Let me paint a picture for you. You wake up, you want a breakfast sandwich, some tater tots, and a drink. But you want it nice and it's gonna cost this, when it should be this. That is but cheaper. With a meal like this, it's either a big brunch bill or fast food, and you definitely shouldn't have to check your account balance before going to get it. That's why today's video is sponsored by Chime. Chime is an award-winning financial app and debit card that millions of Americans use to manage, save, and spend their money. And you can access your account balance from almost anywhere with the Chime mobile app. Look, I know we're here to talk about food, but food can get expensive. That's why Chime is so helpful. It gives you the tools and resources to make smart decisions that are important to your financial well-being. Plus, you can get a good night's sleep knowing your money is doing more for you with a financial app that has your back. Chime offers fee-free overdraft on up to $200 in debit card purchases and cash withdrawals with SpotMe for eligible members. Members can also get their paychecks up to 2 days early with direct deposit. And best of all, applying for a Chime account is completely free. Now, to learn more about Chime, go to the link in the description and let's make this, shall we?
This is an unbelievable breakfast sandwich with a ludicrous garlic mayo, breakfast tots, and not one, but two beverages. One that I'm calling 412 more on that name later, and of course the optional yet delectable cup of coffee. Let's talk Sando. First off, homemade English muffins are instantly the easiest breads you could possibly make that require no baking whatsoever. First, in a container, add half a cup or 120 milliliters of water and 3/4 of a cup or 180 milliliters of whole milk. Heat that to 95 Fahrenheit, then add 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of instant yeast and 1.5 tablespoons or 18 grams of sugar. Whisk together till combined and dissolved. Once it's frothed up, add in 2 tablespoons or 24 grams of vegetable oil. Now separately, in the bowl of a stand mixer, add 2.5 cups or 450 grams of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons or 7 grams of fine sea salt. Pop that onto your stand mixer, medium-low, and then add your yeasted milkies. Mix that bad boy for 3 to 5 minutes or till smooth. Mix by hand for 2 to 3 minutes by picking the dough up and slapping it back down into the bowl in a scooping motion. Shape into a light ball, place into a greased bowl, give it a name worthy of a nation's respect, then rise for 1 hour or till doubled like this. Now punch down your respectfully named little gentleman, plop onto a lightly floured work surface, and then with your hands simply press it out to get a rough oval of a dough that's around 3/4 of an inch thick. Generously coat a baking sheet with fine cornmeal, then using a 3-inch circular biscuit cutter, cut out as many circles as you can. Placing them on your prepared baking sheet, you got dough scraps, oh my god, you squash them together lightly, you give them a light knead, you flatten them back out to that 3/4 inch thickness, and punch out more circles. Once you have used all your dough and your tray is filled, make sure they each have around 1/2 inch of space in between. Cover with greased plastic wrap, proof for 30 minutes at room temp, and now we cook them. I repeat, no oven required. Get yourself a 12-inch skillet, ideally cast iron. Heat that bad boy over medium-low, dry as a bone. Now once it's heated for about 2 minutes, lightly sprinkle cornmeal on the pan, add 3 muffs at a time, giving at least 1/2 inch of space in between. Cover with the lid and cook for 4 minutes. Now remove the lid, flip, wow, look, an English muffin just like that. Anyway, once flipped, cover and cook for 4 more minutes. Remove from the pan, cool completely, and repeat with the rest. Now, if you split one of these in half, you might just notice some nooks and crannies, just like you like it. Now, moving on to the easiest and arguably the greatest breakfast tot of all time. 3 stunning russet potatoes. Shimmy them out of their little jackets. With a peeler, it does not have to be perfectly peeled. Place them in water, season generously with salt, bring to a boil over medium-high, and cook for 15 minutes. Cut the heat, remove, and let them cool till you can handle them barehanded. Grate on the coarse side of a grater, place into a large bowl, and sprinkle on 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of garlic powder, which is optional but recommended, 1.5 teaspoons or 6 grams of fine sea salt, and 1.5 tablespoons or 19 grams of all-purpose flour. Toss until all the potato threads are thoroughly coated. Then just form those into patties that are around 1.5 inch wide and 1/2 inch thick. You know, I was going for essentially mini McDonald's hash browns, but more like a thick coin. Look, you can fry now, but I would suggest you pop those bad boys into the freezer for 20 minutes first. Overnight is also fine if you want to be big brain mode and make this all ahead. All right, 412 What the heck was Josh thinking about 412? You see, for 6 little servings, it'll be an exact selection of 4 lemons, 1 orange, and 2 limes, aka 412. First, make a very basic simple syrup. For this whole recipe, you're gonna need 4 cups or 1 liter of water, but you're first gonna take a saucepan and add 1/2 cup or 100 grams of sugar, then add about 1/4 of your total water, set over medium heat, and add the zest of 1 lemon, 1 orange, and 1 lime. Heat that just until the sugar's dissolved and it's steamy hot. Steep for 5 minutes, then to a mixing bowl, you're gonna add the rest of your plain water, followed by your citrus simple syrup, passed through a sieve, the juice of 1 orange, 4 lemons, and 2 limes. You might be wondering why I'm juicing them through a strainer. It's to strain out the pulp, which is obviously not mandatory, but I like it extra nice. Mix together and it's done. Coffee, hopefully you don't need an explanation. So brew to your preference, but I would suggest via mocha pot if you have one, because it's the most economical way to enjoy life without the likes of an espresso machine that costs thousands of dollars. We've made it to the finale, the final sandwich. In order to hit 6 servings, you will 100% need a full dozen eggs and 1 full can of Spam. Not ham, sliced ham gets expensive. Now, get a medium-sized pan, lightly grease grease it, heat over medium-high until nearly smoking, then in batches sear your Spam in one single layer, no overlapping or overcrowding, for about 2 minutes, flip and sear the other side for another 1 to 2 minutes. Repeat that process with all of your Spam. Now obviously, with your wee little muffins, you can fork split or slice, and then just toast either in a pan or in a toaster. Just get it toasted nicely without trying it out. Finally, your eggy boys. You're gonna use that same 3-inch cylinder, generously grease it, pop it in the center of a 10-inch nonstick skillet, set it on medium heat. Once it's hot, crack in 2 whole eggs, season lightly, add a splash of water, and cover with foil or a lid, and steam for 3 to 5 minutes. You really just want the white cooked and the yolk slightly runny to get off the heat, and repeat with 5 more sets. That's 2 eggs per sando, 6 servings total. Just because I didn't go to college doesn't mean I don't know math. Now while that's cooking, please understand that I hate any sandwich with no sauce. It's a crime, so let's make a basic one. Small bowl, half a cup or 110 grams of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon or 18 grams of Dijon mustard, 2 cloves of garlic grated, salt, and generous black pepper to taste, whisk to combined, and done. The assembly is simple. You've got your properly toasted English muffin, sauce on both cut sides, followed by a beautiful slice of your seared Spam, add on your eggy boy, 1 slice of American cheese. You know, you can add regular cheddar if you prefer, but you know what? I feel like being a degenerate today. Lightly broil or torch that cheese to melt, your other sauced up top half, and I'll tell you right now, this isn't just a sandwich, all right? It's a breakfast that will remind you the champion that you are. Now we taste test.
Ooh, it's not too sweet. It's just right. It's refreshing. But these breakfast tots, it's like a discus of tater tot. You can pop these left and right like a jalapeno. We've got a 2-egg breakfast sando. This is a breakfast sandwich meal you would absolutely pay $15 to $17 for at a nice restaurant. The thing is, it ain't gonna be as good as this. Ham gets expensive, we use Spam instead, and somehow it's actually better. It's good lemonade. It's not really lemonade.
Oh, wait, no. Okay, no. He's underselling this. I had a little bit of this earlier. This is some of the best lemonade I've ever, and I know it's just not lemonade because it's got oranges and lime in it. The way that the tartness sits on your tongue, I can still taste it. And like the sugar balances it out, so it's not, it tingles the tongue. And like I had some of the maybe like 5 minutes ago. The sweetness, it's just so good.
All right, that's, what else am I supposed to say? Here's the price. Look, this isn't just some breakfast sandwich. This is a feast. Plus, you don't have to break the bank just to enjoy it. Big thank you to Chime for sponsoring today's video. Look, we all love to eat great food, but be sure to take care of your financial health. And thankfully, Chime will be there when you need it most. Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with direct deposit, and you can turn on daily balance updates and instant transaction alerts so you can finally put an end to the mess of sitting down and looking at your bank account like, I had 1 mimosa at brunch and I didn't even check my account balance? Not with Chime. Again, thank you to Chime for sponsoring today's video. Now, do you want to know what else is financially responsible? B-roll.